Cucumbers.
What are they?
Sea cucumbers.
Oh, sea cucumbers. Oh, I thought they might be anemones. Sea anemones. I could take a picture of that. It's okay, I just wanted to try and get the focus on the anemone.
On two of them.
Yeah. We've probably got them both. Somebody else coming down the steps.
Crab on.
Yeah. The remnants of a gull's meal.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah? Yeah, it's a bigger one. Hello. You want to go first?
Distance 2.50 kilometers. Average pace 19 minutes 8 seconds per kilometer. Average heart rate 81. Workout average pace 13 minutes 5 seconds per kilometer. Auto pause. Workout resumed.
Excuse me. That's my porridge.
Zone 1.
Up the stairs. Nice wooden steps. The sound of wooden stairs. When Graham and I used to run over those wooden bridges on the Galloping Goose, there was one that we called the Glock, because it sounded like a glockenspiel when we ran on it, but it was one tone, always the same, glonk, 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 glonk.
Zone 2.
It'll be a one-point.
Yeah, a one-note glockenspiel.
Zone 3.
Oof. It took it right out of me, coming up those steps. What is this? Is this a wild rose?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Zone 2.
Raspberry.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you can see some of them.
Well, there's no thorns on the branch. Looks like a rose family. Maybe it's called a dog rose.
Zone 1. Auto pause.
So are you ready to head back?
Yeah.
All right. I took quite a lot of pictures with my phone today, so
Zone 0.
they won't be quite as sharp as I'm used to, but that's okay.
Workout resumed.
They're just going to illustrate my podcast. So now we have to climb from sea level, literally, up to where we live, which is 45 meters above sea level. But we go up and over and down again. I don't know what it is. It's not a forsythia, it's not a bush. It's not a forsythia bush because... No. I could crowdsource that one. Somebody would know what it was. But not me.
Auto pause.
Neat, the leaves go along the branch and then the flowers.
The flowers almost look like pea flowers, don't they? Like sweet peas, but obviously not a sweet pea tree.
Workout resumed.
And back to these rose-looking things.
Zone 0.
That's the local recycle truck? No.
Zone 0.
I think that's the savage guy doing some digging. Or the savage gal. Is that a girl?
Yeah, we had a girl.
Yeah. She came over and did our little island.
Yeah.
Cleaned the weeds off our island. I guess they have to maintain their property. So, cement steps. This is yet another unexplored laneway. Well, we do San Juan so often. Now we've taken the laneways that run parallel on either side. After a little bit of San Pedro. I think this is going to bring us out onto Hillcrest Avenue. So 40 minutes of moving time. And I should be in zone 2 by the top of the steps. But this is easier than going up Windman. It's quicker and you get to the upper level a little sooner. It's getting kind of warm now. I'm gonna slip off my sweater. My Welsh sweater.
Zone 0.
I just heard the 27 bus. So we just walked through Corniche Court and now we're heading for home, and then I'll be off to the bottle bank to take back all of Zaren's cans. 48 I have collected. $4.80. Nice quiet neighborhood. One nice thing about the lockdown is far less noise. Just people who have to go somewhere, not just people who want to go somewhere. See, that one has a pedestrian exit. Yep, there's that laneway there.
Zone 1.
Just taking a picture of a bogus VW bus. It's got the steering on the wrong side, so it's probably a Japanese vehicle with a VW logo on the front. Yep, so the bottle bank will be my next bit of exercise. Today is a low effort day. As I say, Norma wanted to get out, so it is before 9 still. That one's very pretty, isn't it? The pink is quite dark and the white is well contrasted. Got, what was that? The flowers are huge, yeah. Not a lot of competition for the root space there. Got lots of room to grow. And the camellia, that's an old heritage house. Maybe an old farmhouse. Looks kind of fancy for a farmhouse though. Hillcrest Avenue. Now that way will take us onto San Juan. We're just finishing off our walk now, coming down San Juan. Mount Doug with all its broom, its blooming broom in the distance. And the number 12 bus just about to drive past. One passenger. Okay, so I'm just about to switch modes of transportation from walking to riding my e-bike.
Time for hydration.
So that's the hour of walking that Norma wanted. She got it. And now I'm going to do about half an hour of e-biking, which will give me 90 minutes for today.
Workout started.
Okay, so I'm off on my e-bike now to take back the empty soda cans. Actually, I should probably turn Samantha down a bit. She's on full volume, and the microphone is now going to be in the same pouch as the phone. So, audio, volume, there you go. Well, that's just what Samantha's saying. I shouldn't have to yell, the bike's pretty quiet. So we took our recycling and we took our green garbage and our grey garbage. So we can now fill them all up again. So I have a full charge of battery, which means that I can go quite quickly. Shouldn't take me more than about 12 minutes to get to the bottle bank. Oh yeah, what power! Yeah, you should hear pretty much everything that's going on. The phone and the recorder are in the same pouch. That's why I had to turn down the volume on the on Samantha. That's not my knees creaking, that's my saddle squeaking. So today's podcast is going to be a little bit weird. Not too weird for me really, just a little bit weird. But that's okay. It can be. Norma can be quite, I don't know. Sometimes she replies in a strange way to my stupid comments. I guess she's heard them for too many years. But she knew I was recording, so, you know, she has no excuse. She just won't modify how she feels for anyone. Hi. So they have now started to talk about allowing singles to mingle responsibly. Because up till now it's only been familial or somebody you are already living with. But now they're giving us permission to mingle if we're single. So this is Shelbourne Street. These people are all busy going to work or whatever. Alright. So I'm still on basically San Juan. The first part of the walk we skirted around San Juan down to Arbutus Cove, and then we took a slightly different route on the way back. Took a few pictures of the beautiful blooms. I feel that Norma's foot still hurts her and she's a bit worried about that. She has to decide tomorrow whether she's going to have a CAT scan on her soft tissue. Harvest Lane Park. And some cyclists to negotiate. Are you lost?
Yeah, we're trying to get to Jenny's hair studio.
I have no idea, I'm sorry. Good luck. You probably don't have Wi-Fi here, eh? Well, that's it. They need Wi-Fi for their phone so they can check the map. Jenny's hair studio, never heard of it, but obviously they must be open. Jenny must be open for hair studio work. I have seen it, but I just don't know where it is. I don't like giving people wrong directions. I do it often enough. Little toddler and the dog. Oh, quick, 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 quick. Thank you. Yeah, that looked like a grandma with a toddler. So I can hear Samantha yakking away. I'm sure you can hear her quite loud. So I won't try and hear too much of what she's saying. If I turn it up so I can hear it, then you'll be deafened. At the moment, I'm being deafened by the wind going past my ears, but hopefully the Sony is tucked away in a sweet spot. It should be 2K, just around here. So I'm in power assist level 3, I'm in gear level 6. I've got a full derailleur of 9 cogs and 5 power settings. And I'm cruising along at 20 kilometers an hour. 25 now. Alright, watch out for pedestrians and dogs. This is Glendenning. Glendenning. It's quite a steep downhill, so I will stop pedaling and give these people some room to get by. Yeah. So yeah, the singles have been given permission to mingle, but responsibly, carefully, it said. I'm sure I'm going to get my 36 minutes today, because just the ride alone is going to be 30 minutes, and I'm sure I have at least 6 minutes with Norma, even though I was riding the pause button quite a lot. Yeah, some pedestrians up ahead. I'm going to go through the middle here. Hello! Some walkers with poles. Hi. And this is Mount Douglas Crossroad. It's funny, you've heard all these names, street names before, and normally it takes me quite a long time to do this section, but on the e-bike I'll be in the bottle bank in about 4 minutes from here. But mind you, there might be a bit of a lineup, that's the thing. A lot of people have been accumulating cans and bottles for quite a while now. I think today's episode is going to have to be something like neighborhood chores. Hello. That's all grumpy. I remember him in the winter. turn. I could have gone over to the button, but I decided just to glide slowly towards the intersection because there is a crosswalk for pedestrians, but the cars were coming through and I could see a space. I wasn't worried about not getting through. I knew I could get through. I remember now that I didn't bring my lock. Well, I have my lock, but I didn't bring the key for the lock, so I'm going to have to keep the bike within eyesight, so no shopping trips today. Just in and out. Take the cans, grab the cash, and leave. I will keep my gloves on, and I might well cover my face with my neck warmer. She heard me. Woman up ahead with dog. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing about e-bikes. They're so quiet. You sneak up on people and you're traveling quite fast. If they step in your way, they're going to get hurt. Not fair on them. I'm really happy that I have a mirror and a bell. Whoop. Hi. A couple of cyclists took me by surprise. So this is Donald Mann's yard, the man I was telling you about a month ago, the man I used to work with, that I'm assuming has died of old age. He was in his 90s when I worked with him. That was 10 years ago. But he owns a lot of property. He was here at the right time. Set up a builders, contractors. He rents equipment. Alright, so I'm back on the roadway again. Just about to arrive at the bottle bank. I won't bother fiddling with my voice recorder. I have all day to edit as much as I want to out of this show. So I won't have to talk all the time. I could, but I won't have to. Now I have to become a cyclist again. Alright, just through in time. The cycle crossing was green, so I took it. But I could see it was going to change. Well, there's quite a few people here. This won't be a quick process. They've all arrived in their cars. But I guess I have nothing else to do, as long as I don't have to crowd too much. Are you ready to go? No. Not quite? So I got my refund. I got my $4.80, and I'm now riding home to edit the audio. I'm not exactly sure how well it's going to turn out, but hopefully it'll be good, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So as I finish my 30 minutes of e-biking, I wish you all adieu, and stay tuned for the weekend show. Yeah, stay tuned for the weekend show. That's basically all I have to say to you. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye. Power off.